Hey guys, how you doing? Trucker G here.
I'm Mrs. G.
Give you a little update on what we got going on here, and then I'm going to get into a little story. Update. Sitting here waiting at the convention center here in
Kansas City, Missouri.
Tell you what, there was a bunch of trucks here, and it's going slower than I thought. So I don't know when we'll get out of here.
And if y'all are thinking, dang, Mrs. G looks rough, you were right. I just woke up from a nap.
I didn't think you were looking rough.
I look pretty rough.
I think you're looking pretty good.
You're the only one.
Sister came over for a visit and stuff, you know. We'll get into the story here. She come over for a visit. It's been a week here.
A week, yes.
And I was talking to my sister, and I don't know if you guys are into this stuff or you believe in it or not, but I do. It's something I don't mess with. But I was telling her, you know, we moved into the house, we got everything all set up in there. And I told her, you know, I sit in my bed and I'm watching TV and the door's open, and I keep seeing somebody peek out at me, and every time I go to look back, they dodge back in. And it's happened. I don't know how many times it's happened. A lot. A lot. They peek out at me. As soon as I turn around, they dodge back. And I was telling my sister that, you know, my niece-in-law, like I said, I don't know if you believe in it or not, but I do. It's just that simple. She's a medium, and I don't mess with mediums because our religion tells us don't mess with that stuff. But my sister calls her up and says, hey, check this out, and tells her that I'm seeing somebody, and can she check into it? Whatever she does, I don't know, voodoo, magical, mystical,
She's sensitive.
Yeah, I can't explain none of that stuff. But she calls me back and she says, and mind you, when I see this person peeking in and I get a quick glimpse of them and they dodge back, I told my sister, I said, it's some little small man is who it is. And my sister didn't tell her that part. She just said there's something's in the house.
Yeah. She didn't give her no details, just thought that's it.
So she calls me back and she says, or she calls my sister back, and she says, well, you have it's an older man, and he's there, and he is not happy.
He's upset.
He is not happy at all. And she goes, he's from like the 1960s, and it makes sense because we kind of know the families that used to live in the house. And I didn't know him. I'm pretty sure he passed away before my time, to be honest with you. But I'm not sure. But I knew of his wife that lived there. And I'd say they were probably in the house when the house was new, to be honest with you. And she goes, he's a little old man from the 60s. Probably because of the way he's dressed, I'm not sure. But she said the 60s. And she said he's pissed. He's pissed because she goes to the house, and mind you, my niece don't watch none of our videos.
No.
And she goes to the house, used to have windows in the back. And if you watch us, then you know when we bought the house, it had the sunroom back there, and all it was windows.
A wall of windows.
A wall of windows. And she goes, did it used to have windows in the back? I said, yeah. And we turned it into a bathroom, and there's absolutely no windows back there now.
They're all gone.
And she said, well, that's what he used to do. That's what he would do. He would sit on the back patio, and he would look out the windows. And I'm pretty sure that's probably who built the sunroom, because the sunroom was an add-on to the house. And so I told her, I said, well, I don't understand why he's mad. I said, we got this huge window right here in the front room. I'd be glad to open the curtains and let the guy look out. And she goes, no, he's mad at you. I said, well, why does he keep messing with me? She said, because you're the man of the house, and he feels it's your duty, and it was your fault that this happened. I'm thinking, no, Mrs. G. It's all Mrs. G. Tell him to go bother her.
He's upset. That was his happy place, to sit in the back in the sunroom and look out the windows.
And that's what I was telling her. I said, I mean, I'd be happy to cohabitate with this feller. I mean, I just don't want him mad at me. Hell, I'll open the curtain. What do I got to do to make this this feller happy. Yeah, that stuff is just, it's something else. And like I said, you either believe or you don't believe it. It doesn't matter to me one way or another. Me personally, we've had a lot of encounters. And so, I mean, I totally believe. Do I want to mess with it? No, I don't want to mess with it. Don't want nothing to do with it. If there's something there, I'll cohabitate with it and try to act like it's not happening as much as possible, as long as it's not bad juju. But yeah, that's pretty much our story. So now I got an old man living in our house that's pissed, and I can't get him pissed at Mrs. G.
Because we renovated and took away his favorite room, and we didn't know.
We made it so much better.
We didn't know. We made it
I told
ours.
him, hell, there's a window in the bathtub. He's more than welcome to use it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my Lord! Every video we do, you yawn.
Well, I'm tired.
You just woke up,
I'm still tired.
but you just woke up.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing.
No. All right, guys.
Love you
y'all.
guys.
Bye.